Welcome back to Worthington Model Railway, and today we're going to look at the new Hornby 9Fs. I actually bought two of these. I bought this late BR class and Evening Star, and I am going to also sound fit them with Soundtraxx Econami sound decoders. So one thing I'll quickly mention is Hornby have kind of upped their game a little bit in terms of the external packaging for these. This may be as a result of some of the damage that occurred with other things, but these outer boxes have foam inserts at either end, and then we have definitely a way heftier inner box that we'll look at in a minute. So I'm sure taking note from what other manufacturers have been doing, and also, as I say, particularly with the Hush Hush, where a lot of them arrived damaged, the box is much more substantial. So just to look at the box here, we have a nice diagram here on the box, and we have the usual history information available here. Not much else on the rest of the box, but oh, I suppose, yeah, this side of the box has a very nice line drawing of the locomotive on it. So let's open the box and look and see what is inside. Okay, so again, now we get into the box and we have some nice foam and good solid foam packaging all around here. And the locomotive itself is here in the usual sort of clamshell packaging. And not a lot in the way of documentation. Just a 9F leaflet with some information for decoder and sound fitting, and it looks like decoder needs to go in the tender based on what I can see here. Looks good. So let's open this up and see what we have in here. I know there's quite a bag of detail parts here, and interestingly on the instructions it highlights the detail parts in yellow, numbers them, and shows us exactly what they are. So that's great. And I was aware of the fact that in here there's a driver and fireman who are pre-painted, and they look great. So we'll probably fit the driver and fireman, and we'll see about some of the other detail parts, what we want to do with them. So here we see the top of the locomotive. We'll take it out of the box, and I'm going to put some light on here so I can see better. Just give me a second. So there we go. Wow. The immediate effect is one that the detail is just extraordinary. I just hope we don't lose any of this detail, but I'm almost afraid to pick this up. But if we look at the pipe work there, just pretty amazing. Runs all the way around, and I'm sure on this other side at the bottom we will see the massive pipe work down there that is just incredibly well detailed. Inside the cab we have a tremendous amount of painted detail. You can see that, I think, there. It's pretty amazing. Valve gear is very well detailed here. So yeah, they've certainly done an excellent job with this in comparison to the older version. There is no line along the top here of the boiler, and all the individually fitted handrails. The glazing is perfect. There's the smoke box detail and the front buffer. Obviously sprung buffers, but it really makes that much difference. Obviously there's not a lot of printing here. The crest is nicely done. The numbers are crisp. There is looks like a maker's plate. No, I think it's just a W, I believe, there. So that's the 9F. Okay, we'll get the tender of this off, and let's look at what we need to do to fit the decoder. So because this does seem to be pretty a lot of parts on it, I'm going to remove the tender. So we'll take the screw out that holds the tender connection in place. And then we need to very carefully get this cable connector here out. I hate getting these out. I was worried. And the wires are going to pull out. Had it happened before, just yanking the wires is not a good idea. If I had the right screwdriver, we might be... There we go. Okay. And hopefully it just lifts off. Okay, it doesn't seem to want to. Let me go check. So it seems like I took the wrong screws out. There are screws at this end that need to come out, not these two screws here. So I'll put those back in, and then we'll take the ones out at the other end. Okay, now they say that there's space here for a sugar cube speaker. It's an interesting point to see if the sugar cube's going to go in there, or if that's what I actually want to do. There's obviously not a ton of space in here, but hopefully that sugar cube speaker we can put a sugar cube speaker in there. And here is the 21 pin decoder that I need to get out. Let's pop this out. This obviously is the blanking plate. So here we have the Eco 21 pin UK Steam, and need to understand how I connect this up to a speaker, because it doesn't appear to have any wires on it for that purpose, so I'll have to have a look. So looking at this, and even though I really don't like to do this, I'm going to cover over those metal pieces there, because I'm a little concerned that the back of this decoder may touch something. Okay, so I put a piece of electrical tape across there. Hopefully it won't cause any issues, and we'll be okay. So I had to do some research to try to understand where to solder the speaker wires, and it turns out on the actual decoder socket there are two little tabs called S1 and S2, and have to solder the speaker wires onto S1 and S2, and there you can see that now that Sugar Cube speaker just slides into that space right on top of the hole, and that chamber becomes a sounding chamber, as we'll see in a second. So I got it all back together and tested it, and everything seemed to be good. Here we have it on the rolling road just to make sure it runs okay. One of the things with these Econami sound decoders is that they have a whole slew of different sounds that we can program into them. I just left this at the default for the moment, but I will do a video later where we will go through and show and change some of the sounds that comes out of this. I just wanted to make sure that this was working. So we'll run it in the layout with some default sounds. So the other 9F I have is this Hornby Railway Museum edition of Evening Star in British Railways green livery. As everybody probably knows, this is the last steam train that British Railways built. So now I need to get this one out and get this one fitted with a decoder. Should be a lot easier on this one because now I worked out how to do it all. So we'll get this one done, and then we will put a video out next time going over the different sounds in the Econami decoders and seeing what we can change to get the best sound out of the decoders for the 9F locomotive. It'll be a couple of weeks before I get that video out because I'm going to be away for a little while, but we'll get that done as soon as I get back. Thank you for watching, and I struggled a little bit, but we got this sound decoder fitted in the 9F, and I think it sounds pretty good with the default sounds, but we'll do some more work on this, and we'll have another video soon. As always, please like, and if you haven't subscribed, you can subscribe with the button to the top right, and another video on the top left.